It's the daily go get mism show. You think it ain't when it is? You think it won't when it whiz? We are here and we are in motion. We do this thing, taking off fast lane, no coasting, and everything is gonna be all right. We talking about leave your stuff behind tonight. Tonight on the Daily Go Get Mism show on this Throwback Thursday. Let's get real about relationships Thursday. We are talking about clean break. You can keep all my stuff. So we're talking about when you divorce somebody and you don't even care about the stuff that you're going to lose in the divorce settlement. Some people avoid the divorce settlement altogether and say, listen, we ain't got to fight over nothing. Whatever I came in here with that you feel like is yours, you go ahead and take it. Go ahead. I ain't got time to be fighting you over all of this shit. I don't want this divorce to take no longer than it needs to take. And I'm already emotionally spent over it. So you go ahead and take that house and the car, y'all. I ain't gonna fight you for the kids, y'all. I will go ahead and get my visitor. And the frustration that you caused is not worth for this brain that I lost. What I mean by the brain is what I mean my mind. And I ain't trying to go through this shit no more. I find another joint to get me through this time. But I ain't going through this right now. It's yours, not mine. Sometimes it be like that. But you'll probably notice that it's a little different on the female side than it is on the men's side. Is it the case that women never go for the clean break when it comes to a divorce or a breakup? Do women always make sure that they get everything that they came for or everything that they accrued in a marriage or a breakup? Do they make sure that they never get left holding the bag? Or do they make sure that the assets are going to get divided even if it's not even? They're going to make it even Steven. Word. Well, that's what we're going to talk about tonight. Urban Therapy with Sun 752 with this your daily, the daily go get mism show. We do this every single day, every day it rains, every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. We break it down, baby. Every day it rains, and the DG will do the same. Every day it rains, and the DG will do the same. Every day it rains, and the DG will do the same. Every day it rains, and the DG will do the same. I'm your host, Sun 752, aka Omar with the and if you can't say Omar with the well, then you just say Omar with the R. This is the Daily Go Get Mism show, Throwback Thursday. Let's get real about relationships Thursday. And we are talking about clean break. You can keep all my stuff. You can keep it. I'm out of here. I'm not going to fight you for the rent in this apartment. I'm not going to fight you for this house. Go ahead, take it. Go ahead, take it. Because I'm not going through all of that. I'm not going through having to sell the house off and having to split up the assets and have me and you bickering back and forth. We done all of that leading up to this divorce. Well, go ahead, Mom. Since the material stuff is what's so important to you, go ahead and take it all. I'll build it. I built it once. I'll build it again. A divorce is a rough thing. A breakup is a rough thing. But in a lot of breakups, it's pretty clear about what's yours and what's mine. You know that in a breakup, you know exactly what you brought to the table and exactly what you're leaving with. And in a marriage, yeah, I understand that you brought this, but we built this after you brought this to the table. Not only that, but whatever you brought to the table is still half of mine, and I'm gonna get it, the whole thing. Shoot. Unfortunately, this is the stuff that killings on the ID channel are made of. Killing over insurance, killing over assets, killing over money and property and all of that kind of shit. Shoot, these white guys on the ID channel will take your ass out over some money they think they're going to lose in a divorce settlement. And these white women out here, they will murder for some insurance money. Shit, what you mean? Get this cat out of the way. I can get 250,000, $250,000. I'm doing it. He got to go. Carol Chamberlain, me favorita, Rita, and Robbie, my big sis doing a thing. Robbie Ming doing a thing. King for a queen, queen for a king. Pardon me. And Stacey White, what's going on? How you feeling tonight? Good to have you coming through, and that's right. And my brother from another mother, Norris Hill. Sit back, relax, do your thing, Max, and just chill. Just chill. Yeah. Emily Dunlap is in the house. Wow, she about to turn it out. How y'all feeling, man? I hope y'all feeling like real men. I'm feeling like a real man should. I hope y'all feeling like real men and women should tonight on this Throwback Thursday. Let's get real about Relationship Thursday. Some of y'all have lived this life. Y'all know what I'm talking about. What's good? What do y'all know? What do you know? What you know about being in a divorce, being embroiled in a bitter divorce, where both parties are feeling some kind of way about what happened? I don't care who cheated. I don't care who was loyal. I don't care who was faithful. I don't care who was the breadwinner. I don't care who was right. I don't care who was wrong. In a divorce, it all comes down, because in the eyes of the law, in the eyes of the state, they said, well, if one of y'all is wrong, guess what? Both of y'all are wrong as long as y'all are married. Only time the right and wrong is going to come out is when it's time to divvy up the money, divvy up the property, divvy up the cars and all that old shit, jewelry, artwork, big screen TVs. That's when it gets petty. If you fighting over TVs and petty little jewelry and shit, like, oh well, I bought you that ring, I bought you that bracelet. Take the tennis bracelet off my. Nah. That's a 4 characters bracelet. I need that. Give me the tennis bracelet, and you can keep all the rest of the shit. I want that tennis bracelet. I want that tennis bracelet with the princess cuts. I want the tennis bracelet with the princess cuts. 4 carats. Give me that, and you can keep the kids. Shit, I done seen people in a divorce fight for kids that wasn't even biologically theirs. It gets crazy. It gets rough. It gets So what do y'all know? I need to know what y'all know. Because a divorce is a crazy thing. It's a heartfelt, heartbreaking, boundary breaking thing. I mean, because more than likely, leading up to a separation or a divorce, the marriage was already on the rocks. The marriage was already hurting. The marriage was already in jeopardy. The marriage was already toxic. It was bad. It was real bad. You know what I'm saying? And now it's time to finalize the whole thing. Well, how will you bail out? How will you bow out of this situation? What are you going to do? Because you're basically on this stage. You're basically on this familial stage. The kids are watching you. The in-laws are watching you. Your own family is watching you. The neighbors are watching you. Co-workers, everybody is watching you. You think that you've been keeping your family business, your marriage business, you think you've been keeping it all to yourself. People know. Because that negative energy that you have been experiencing throughout your marriage has been permeating your existence, and it has been coming out. It's been seeping out of you like smoke from a chimney. Yeah, with a chimney from the outside, you don't see the fire. You don't see what fire is burning, but you see that smoke. And you know that where that smoke, there's fire. That's the same way that people can tell when you are in the throes of a bad marriage, bad relationship, bad breakup. So when it all comes to a head, ain't nobody like, oh my God, you I can't believe that they breaking up. Not the people who know you, they know. Shit been suffering for a minute. Every function you go to, every function they go to, it's only one of y'all. Some of y'all been trifling enough to take your girlfriend or your man, your other side chick, your work wife, your work spouse, whatever, to family function. Not family functions, but sometimes family functions, sometimes other functions. You done went to your class reunion, other people's weddings, baby showers, gender reveals, all that shit. You done went by yourself. Every event that come up, you going by yourself. You know why you going by yourself? Because you and your man, y'all ain't like that. Y'all ain't like that. It ain't hard to tell. Y'all ain't like that. People get to say, "Dang, when was the last time you seen them together?" On some real shit. It been a minute. I seen them apart. I call him or her when they at the crib, and you can hear him or her in the background. But you don't see them out together no more. Ain't no date nights. Ain't no family functions. Ain't no important dates or whatever. Functions and shit. No. So when it all comes down, what would make a man? Listen, a lot of men fear marriage for the exact reason that they fear what they're gonna lose in a divorce settlement. You hear men talk about it all the time, express themselves all the time, how women get new, they get different after they say I do. And now they got you by the balls, they got you by the check, they got you by the salary, they got you by the estate. A lot of men fear that shit. For real. So you got to ask yourself, in that situation, if that's what men really fear, should they have any business getting married in the first time? I mean, in the first place, I pretty much feel like if you're worried about keeping your shit and you don't really have love in your eyes when it comes to marriage, you shouldn't get married. I understand that a lot of people treat marriage as a business, and they look at marriage nowadays as a business, but that's new shit. You know it's new shit. But 40, 50 years ago, your grandmother and grandfather, they did not have no business arrangement when they made them 9, 10, 11 kids back in the day. What business was it? Shit, they had enough. They had enough kids to start a business. That farm wasn't popping like that. They had all of them kids because they was in love and they was horny a lot. Sometimes that poverty just make your dick real hard. Poverty, being broke, just keep a nigga dick hard. I don't know why. Some people say that it's the money that make a nigga dick hard because he has all these options or whatever. I think his dick be harder when he broke. Shit, that's when all the kids come, when you broke. The kids, rich people don't be having no bunch of kids. They don't. Rich people do not be having a bunch of kids. Every kid they have, when you see rich people, every kid is a big ass deal. Like they the only one who ever had kids before. All this preparation. Baby this, baby that. You don't never hear no hood children being called baby this. Ain't no baby Jamal. Ain't no baby Kalima. It's just Jamal. Little Jamal. It's just Kalima. Kalima. KK. Lima. Rich people be having babies and it be baby this, baby that. What the fuck you mean, baby? You don't get no title. Mr. Baby. Mr. Baby Jamal. Nah, son. Nah. Anyway, I feel like if you worried about what you're going to lose in a marriage, and yet you don't have you don't really have enough assets to be talking about no prenuptial agreement or anything like that, then there's probably something else to it. Maybe losing your assets is equivalent to losing the love. So what happens when a brother says, I don't give a fuck, she can have the house? Other brothers be looking like, damn son, it's a $300,000 house. You should be working on that house all the time. You gonna let her walk away with the house? And he's like, yeah, man, fuck it. Shit. I can't take this shit no more. I'm walking away. She can have the house. Shoot. I mean, I ain't gonna say that she can have the kids, but she want to take care of the kids. I'm leaving her the house so the kids will have somewhere to stay. I've known people who have done this shit. And they've done it. They've made a clean break in a clean divorce, no divorce settlement. They definitely had things to fight for. They said, nah. We ain't doing all that. Shit, she can have it. I'm still employed, or I still got my business or whatever. You know what I mean? She can go ahead and have whatever. She can go ahead and have all that shit. You want the house? Go ahead. You take the house, because you're gonna have to now. You got to do all the house repairs and all of that kind of shit. Now it becomes a different story when not only are you giving up the house, but now you also have to pay spousal support, child support, and pay for the upkeep of the property. That might make it a little bit different. But shit, some men say, yeah, fuck it. Maybe they've associated a divorce or a marriage with losing everything anyway. Let me see what y'all talking about. Emily said, that's funny. Carol Emily says, yep, it's only stuff. I can get it again, but not my kids. Okay. Emily says, they cut my bushes down. I couldn't hide anymore. She had to break out. Welcome, Emily. Welcome, Emily, Carol says. I just left. Keep the material things. I can get better and bigger. See, that's a big thing, Carol, because like you might have walked away even though you had shit that you could have easily taken with you. But most women, they ain't doing what you did. They like, shit, no. I'm fighting for every goddamn dime. He will not share with his side chick or his next wife, girlfriend, whatever. He would not share her stuff with me. I mean, she would not share my stuff with her. No. A lot of women, they be like, nope. I want everything. I want every goddamn thing. What you know? But just like Carol said, some women do walk away. And I've also known women who tried to just walk away, but it wasn't working out. They actually had to pay their husband's spousal support. And they was madder than a motherfucker. Mad as shit, like, I can't believe it. I can't believe I gotta pay this bum ass motherfucker. What kind of man demands that he be paid alimony? Shoot, for a lot of men, that's called the get back. That's that get back. Shit is real. So what do y'all know? What y'all know? T Carry right, morning, noon, and night. It's always great to have my peoples going directly into your site. That's word. Make sure y'all hit that like button, y'all. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure that y'all share the show. Make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. This is the daily go get mism show, and we're talking about clean break. You can keep all my stuff. So we're talking about when you have broken up with somebody that you have accumulated stuff with, or when you divorce somebody and you decide not to fight for the stuff that you own or should lay claim to, be able to lay claim to. Stacey White says, I'm not trying to get off of the subject. That's why I don't understand people being married 3 times. A divorce is not easy to go through. Man. You know what though? I guess for some people, Stacey, I guess it's as easy for them to get divorced as it is for them to get married. I know people who have been married 3 times. My dad was, but each marriage was a long-term marriage. There wasn't no fly-by-night, you know, nah. Carol Chamberlain says, my desktop, laptop, and clothes you can have. The rest I'll take the jewelry I bought. See ya. I don't know, Carol. I'm not leaving none of my electronic devices. I'm not leaving nothing that has a hard drive on it. I ain't leaving none of it. None of my 10 phones, none of that shit. No. Nothing with a hard drive. No computers, no tablets, no phones. No MP3 players, nothing with a hard drive, nothing. You can have anything they don't have a hard drive, because I know what motherfuckers do with a computer. We won't be doing it over here. You won't be getting your hack on over here. You won't be disrupting other people's lives. You won't be disrupting other people's lives. Or doing your little trickery and treachery. Robbie Ming says, materialistic stuff isn't important to me. They can keep it and leave me alone. What if you put in a lot? You know, when you start talking about a house, you ain't talking about nothing that's easy to just walk away from. You're talking about a house. That's your foundation. That's where your kids will be able to stay. When you know, if something should happen to you, they got a crib. You don't want them out here living pillow to post, couch surfing, you know, having to live with relatives that get on that bullshit. Something to think about. You know what I mean? But I know when my mom and my dad broke up, he left the house. Like, Rosie, take the house. Take the house. Man, I'm not fighting for the kids. I know I can't win that. Shit, he wasn't trying. He wasn't trying to be no full-time dad anyway. Not like that. He was the other kind of full-time dad. Like, full support. I'll make all functions. I'll support all financially all the way. I'll always be there. But wait a minute. He wasn't built for the putting you to bed, waking you up, taking you to school, picking you up. No. I'm like, no, I need a wife for that shit. My dad was a good dad, but he wasn't Mrs. Dad. He wasn't Mr. Mom. Or no. Gender roles all day. Gender roles all day. Yeah. A house is different. That's different. To me, that makes a difference. And I tell you one thing, my mom was not giving up that house. She was like, shit, I don't know what you think is going to happen, but I don't think you want to go into that fight with me. She was more than willing to win that shit. My mom values her crib to this very day. Let my sisters start talking about nursing home or some shit like that. Me and my mom, we like, I don't know who y'all talking about. I don't know what y'all talking about. She gonna die in this house. And when I die, I'm coming over to die here. And y'all can die wherever y'all want to. But me and mommy, we dying here. I don't know what y'all talking about. What? Like just before I take my last breath, be like, yo, get me to my mom's crib. Prop me up in here on this Chase Lounge. All right. Get out the Yanni. Fuck y'all. All right. No, it says being horny for money when broke. Shit, broke niggas be horny, they be hungry for money, not horny. No, it says, and how I have a Cialis erection. T. Carey Wright says, I walked away not asking for a dime, just the house that I've paid the mortgage on from day one. No help. Like I said, that house, fuck, listen. You can have some things in the house. You ain't getting this crib. I'm sorry. This is asset number one. With equity and all of that, this can determine my financial outcome. You can't have a house. Sorry. You get none. Carol says, that's like paying someone to leave you alone. Sometimes, well, we need to really get into that. Like, what are you really saying? Is that what you're saying? You just want to be left alone? For some men, I suspect that it was the guilt. It was the guilt that led up to the divorce that made him say, well, my dad, I really believe that was it. I believe that he didn't want to fight for his home because he felt like, look, I've done nothing to secure this marriage. I just haven't. Sure, I ain't gonna say that outright, express that outright, whatever. But my conscience lets me know what I've done, and I haven't treated this marriage exactly the way that a man should probably treat this marriage. So, the least I can do is not make it no uglier. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna sign this thing over. I holler back. He had other houses anyway. Other men have gotten really greedy about it. Surely, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. Surely, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. What's going on? My goodness, it is of you. Yeah, I know when some men, there are two types of men out here. There are men out here who follow their conscience and will actually put the brakes on their evil behavior when it comes down to it. And then there's some men who press on the gas all the way down to the floor when they dead wrong. They don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck who I screwed. You, my wife, my side John too, and the rest of the kids. Yeah, I did. But I'm the man of this shit, and I'm gonna show you. There's some men who will press on the gas and floor that shit when it comes to them being wrong. And then there are other men who say, God ain't gonna like this. God ain't gonna like this. Nah, I'm gonna have to pull a Scrooge move. You know how Ebenezer Scrooge in the Christmas story. You know how, like, even though he was a miser and greedy for money and all of that, that Christmas when he got visited by those three ghosts of Christmas past, present, and future. He turned his life around. There are many men who say, all right. Because a lot of those men, the guilty man, a lot of times they be feeling like, my wife and my kids know a lot of the dirt I've done. But if I go ahead and fight her for this shit, all of the other dirt that motherfuckers don't know about, I got dirt that's so deep, that if you drop the anchor off of a cruise ship, that anchor would not reach to the bottom of where the depths of my depravity have gone. So I think in order to keep what I have, I better give this shit up. Because I'm in some shit. I'm in some shit. So some men say, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and you go ahead and take that. Yeah, you can have all that. I made the money never made me. Go ahead and take that. I'll go ahead and make some more. I'll make another life. I'll be okay. And some men be like, nope. I don't give a fuck what I've done. I don't care who I screwed. I don't care how many abortions I got. I don't care how many other kids I got, known and unknown. I don't care how much domestic violence. I don't care who I slapped, arm I broke, eyes I blacked. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. I'm going to get all of mine and some of yours. Because I'm evil. I see that we have a caller on the line. Caller with the last numbers 2192. Welcome to the Daily Go Get 'Emism Show. Thank you for holding. What's on your mind this evening?
Shalom, my brother.
Shalom to you. Much peace. Hotep.
Man, I don't know how in the heck y'all be coming up with these topics, or you be coming up with these topics, brother, but you be on point. It's like, dang, it's like, are you living in my head or something? Like, I just literally, I think either last night or yesterday, I was just thinking about this or talking about this, and just not too long ago, like literally a couple days ago, I called the ex of mine that one of the I've only been with, I can count on one hand of how many relationships I've been in, but that's been one of the longest ones I've been in that I haven't had no kid by or nothing. So with that being said, and I've talked about her before on the show. I've called recently a couple of days ago trying to get my stuff that I've left. And it's been years since we even spoke to each other, you know. And the thing is, it's funny that you said that what you said, it kind of brought up a lot of things that I was feeling or had questions about, like, because I asked for my, say, this is what happened. Like, we moved out of our apartment and we put because we had a lot of shit. After we moved out of our apartment, we put all our extra shit at our parents' house. You know what I'm saying? And I just took the shit that I just took with me. And I had some important shit there, like my diploma, my graduation diploma and stuff like that. All in like a suitcase and all kinds of shit. But with that being said, like I asked for my stuff back not so long ago. I'm like literally like a couple days ago, I was like, hey, she picked up the phone and everything. I was like, hey, you remember that stuff that we left at your parents, you know? I was wondering if I could get that back, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause she could have gave it back to me when I got the shit that I got now, you know? She could have gave it back to me all in one whop. Like you said, like they always used to use that to be like, oh, I don't want to see you ever again. I don't want to talk to you ever again, you know? But really, in reality, I think, and in the back of my head, it left me thinking, like, maybe she was keeping my shit, or maybe she was keeping my shit just so she can have a reason to talk to me again later on down the road, like using it as leverage. Like, you know, like, as long as I got his shit, I know he's always going to come back and we can have a last word type thing. So, and I asked my stuff, and it kind of took me off guard whenever I asked my stuff. She literally asked, she goes, why do you want it? I didn't know I had a reason to get the rest of my shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, if you put it to where like you don't want to fuck with me no more, you ain't answering the phone calls, why are you questioning me about getting the rest of my shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it doesn't matter why I want the rest of my shit, you know? Like, I just want the rest of my shit. You got my diploma and shit there, like, you know, like. So I don't know. It's really confusing how women are, bro. That's the reason why I got a lot of questions, man.
Okay. So did you leave your stuff though? Did you willingly leave it?
Sort of, kind of in a way, but it's kind of like at the time I ain't had no choice really. Like it was kind of like a free storage spot.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So because the difference between leaving your stuff because you got something else to do and leaving your stuff because you don't want to have nothing else to do with this is different. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm pretty much talking about is the motivation behind you or another man or a woman or whatever leaving their stuff behind.
That's kind of that. Now that you bring that up, that's kind of like it ain't like I wanted to leave my stuff there. I wanted my stuff, but it was kind of like how you said, like if you knew you fucked up in a relationship, or if you knew like I'm not gonna say because that relationship, that's the wrong relationship to like just be totally down on myself, because I feel like really in general, I feel like both of us had parts to play in that relationship. I really don't think I was the only thing wrong in that relationship. But with that being said, yeah, I kind of do like that's the reason why it took me so long to even go back and try to get my stuff, because like I said, it's been years since we even you know what I'm saying, even spoke to each other. So it's kind of like that's the reason why it took me so long to ask my stuff down. You know what I'm saying? Because I felt because of how I was before. You know what I'm saying? Like damn, I caused this girl so much trouble before. I'm gonna just you know what I'm saying, let it be like you said. But now it's like shit, I just want my shit back. It's like, hey, I don't care about the leverage no more. I don't care about talking to you no more. I don't care about, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just give me my shit back. I don't need no ties with you.
So you kind of saying that in the beginning, leaving your stuff was sort of like paying restitution. Like, you know what I mean? That was like the fine.
Somewhat, yeah. Because I know she had most of, and she still got a lot of my shit. She got a lot of shit that I value, or that I like all my medals that I ever won in life, running track or anything like that. She got the things that I value. So with that being, yeah, she got a lot of shit that I value.
So
you know,
she got
your being in newspaper articles and everything. So like she got a lot of shit that I value.
Yeah, she got your Heisman Trophy like OJ and shit. Like, nah, you gotta give me my Heisman. What you talking about? I was All American.
I won that, man. Fair and square.
I mean, real shit. You know, but yeah, but that's what I was talking about. A man's guilt.
You gonna take my only trophies I got, man. Fuck. How I'm gonna prove anybody I did it like.
I've known men that will take all of their shit and they'll take their wife's shit, they'll take their kids' shit on some old now.
Damn.
Yeah, I've known some ruthless motherfuckers. They wasn't my peoples who did it, but they did it to my peoples. And I'm like, damn, what kind of nigga are you? Like, damn. Like, in one situation, I talk about it often. I was messing with this chick, and her man called himself, you know, separating from her, whatever, because it took him years to get divorced. But yeah, he left the crib. He snuck and left the crib. You know, he wasn't man enough, I guess, to leave the crib while she was there. So he waited till she went to work. Then he moved all of his shit out. Then he came back and took the TV. This is when flat screen TVs was pretty much new and real expensive. You know what I'm saying? This is when you couldn't get one for less than like $2,000, $3,000. He went in and took the fucking TV, and that was the family TV, dog. And I was like, where they do that? This nigga took the living room TV. Not the TV in the bedroom.
Now I'm getting the memes. I'm getting where the era that the memes came from. when niggas break up, they want to take the refrigerator and the icebox.
Yeah, shit was expensive back in the day. When flat screens first came out, everybody wasn't getting them shits. They was high as hell. I remember seeing TVs like a 45-inch, 50-inch flat screen for $20,000 at Best Buy in Maryland. I'll never forget this shit. I was like, what? This was 2002, son. This was 2002. You know what I mean? Like, you see it now, like You getting flat screen TVs for $200. Like what?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody bought that $20,000 TV back in 2020. I mean 2002. So anyway, yeah, he broke back in the crib. This was about 97. I'm sorry, 2007. This is about 2007, 2008, some shit like that. And I was like, this dude tripping. Who the fuck does that? He did it. He ain't give a fuck.
I'm about to say 97 said he gonna need to have a whole movie team to take that flat screen down.
Oh yeah, them big joints, yeah.
Back in the day,
them
TVs used to be heavy.
Woo, them things was yeah.
I'm gonna have one in the living room.
Yeah. That was a big ass piece of furniture right there.
Mm-hmm. Hey man, them TVs was big as a bitch.
Yeah, that was a different kind of flat screen TV. We didn't even look at that as like that was just called a big screen TV, not a flat screen TV. Yeah. You know what I mean? That was a big screen TV. But yeah. Like I said, there are two kind of men. There's the man who will succumb to his guilt and his conscience, and then there's the other man who will floor the gas down to the
90 seconds.
He will push the pedal all the way down to the floor. Like, fuck it. I'ma ride this bad guy theme all the way out. I'm dressed in all black, hat to the shoes, socks, drawers. You know? So it's crazy. But when you think about it, a man that will leave all of his stuff behind, I think a lot of times he's leaving his emotional baggage behind.
60 seconds.
Like he may be.
Man, that's good. But I got a question too. I got a question for you. That's crazy that you brought that up. Like that a man when a man leaves his stuff, he leaves all the emotions from the past. Like, but my question to you is, what was the question? My question for you is, do you think when a female like in my situation type thing, like how she kept my shit, and like how she asked like when I asked my shit back, how she asked just like, why do you want stuff back, like type stuff. Do you think
10 seconds.
that it was real of her not wanting to deal with me anymore? Or do you think those feelings were real, or do you think that was just all made up and it was just a way that, you know what I'm saying, trying to cope with things?
I've learned a long time ago not to really, make what I think are accurate suggestions, statements, or assumptions on female behavior, because they don't think like me and you. They don't think like us. They just don't. They don't think like us. So I'm thinking that
they for sure. She sure don't think like us.
Well, women do. I've known women who had babies by niggas just so they could take a piece of him with them. They knew the nigga wasn't gonna be with him. They knew that he ain't even feel that way towards him, but she loved him so much that she was like, I'll always have a piece of him. And so she might not have required him to come see the baby, financially support the baby, or none of that shit. She just basically took a part of him with her, and she was good with that. So it happens. So her keeping your stuff there, especially shit like clothes. Women be doing shit like, they like your scent, so they'll keep your shirt. They won't wash that bitch. You know what I mean? They just keep that shit, and when they need a little sniff of you, they'll go, all right. You know what I mean? With some, I don't know, with some bloodhound shit. I don't know. So, y'all, I'm being real. No bullshit. I've been told that shit. I've been told this shit right here in this ear. This the good ear. Told that shit like anything that you brought over this house, you're not getting it back. Some of them have lied about it, said, "No, you ain't leave that sweatshirt over here." It might be it's a sweatshirt that I liked. I'm like, yo, I left the damn shirt there. I ain't see it.
It didn't sound like she didn't want to get my shit back. She like, I go, your parents still stay in the same place? She go, yeah, why? I go, cause I kind of remember my stuff that we had put over there. She like, oh yeah, oh well, it might not be there. I'm like, well, goddamn, can you check and let me know when you go over there and go check, man.
Man, I had this gray.
She sounded like she did not want to give my shit back, bro.
I had this gray polo sweatsuit. Old John, you know what I mean? Bought it like the in the 90s. It was a nice John, you know, fleece and all of that. I left the top of it at this chick crib. She wore that shit for years. We broke up years ago. She was like, you know, I still wear your shirt. I thought she was just saying that shit till I seen her out in the world with it on. And we was not in a place where we thought we would see each other. I was like, God damn, you still wearing it? Huh? She's like, shit, that's my favorite shirt. I think it was more to it than it just being a nice shirt. You know? Like she was wearing that memory. And sometimes those are the chicks that you got to really stay away from. The ones that won't let you get away, that will always keep a part of you, you might be best served to stay as far away from them as possible. Because like my man Kwame Brown, Kwame Brown said, you know, that's my mama's cooking. You don't want to mess around with my mama cooking. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you're right, son. I ain't fucking around your mama cooking.
Yeah.
Real shit.
I'm glad I came on here and got some clarification, man, because like before, man, I was like, bro, my heart was beating. I was like, man, this is a subject I just need to get off, man, because it had my mind all kinds of mixed up when I called for my shit the other day. And I'm like, man, this brother Omar, man, this man must be living in my head or something. You be on point, brother.
Listen, man. Listen, this ain't nothing but human experience. If I don't know nothing, I know how a man thinks, and I know the shit that we go through. So when you know how a lot of brothers that you talk to, young and old, the ones that are afraid to get married or are hesitant to get married, they hesitant to get married because of what they feel like they're going to lose when the marriage goes bad. And the ones that's not afraid to get married.
Explain that to me, bro, because like that's good that you brought it up. I'm not trying to prolong your show, but that's like you hitting on some stuff that I need to know about, bro. Because I said this on the live, literally, and I know I always say this, but I'm not bullshitting. When I say you be hitting on point, you be hitting on point, bro. Because I just got to talking about this on the live, like because I feel like I don't want to get married no more. Like before, I was engaged before, you know. Like this girl I was just talking about that I left my stuff and I still ain't got it. I ain't got no kids. She had a kid after me, but that was the only girl I was engaged to. I actually asked this girl to marry me. So that'll tell you how vulnerable and how much I felt for her, you know what I'm saying? But it's like after that, it's just kind of like I don't feel the need to, and even with the path that I've been following, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't feel the need to get married anymore. I don't feel the want to, because that's all I wanted at first is a stable, because I got to make my family, you know what I'm saying? So that's all I wanted, was to marry a woman, have a lot of kids, you know. Now it's like I said on live, it's like if I can't marry more than one woman at one time, like if I got to pick one woman to marry, then I don't want to get married at all. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going from the monogamous relationship. I'm trying to stray from that, you know. But that's what I said on the live, and I was like, I don't know if I'm trying to deflect from marriage altogether, or if that's just truly what I want. If that's truly like I truly want to marry more than one woman, or am I just trying to deflect from marriage altogether, you know.
Well,
that's what I'm trying to figure out with myself, you know, like what am I really trying to do? Am I really just deflecting from getting married, or do I really want to, like, this is what I really want. I really want to seek out and be able to marry multiple women, because in the United States, they're not going to let you marry more than one woman.
right.
Even if you can be
Not
with more than
legally.
one woman,
Not
but
legally.
to
Right.
marry one, you got to pick one to marry, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I just don't think I'd go with that.
Well, the thing about it is, first of all, polygamy and polyamory is very, very popular right now. And one of the reasons that it is because, well, I'll just put it this way. From what I know and from what I know about people who have participated in it. With the state requires you to only have one spouse. That's it. Legally, that's all the state will sign on for. And they don't give a shit about whether the two of you are in agreement or not. Legally, y'all going to have to be in agreement as far as your assets are concerned. So the men that I know, many men that I know who have been afraid to get married, have been afraid that as soon as their woman said "I do," that she would start feeling herself in a negative way, start being more defiant, more rebellious, less helpful around the house, less domestic, less affectionate. You know, like now she don't have to give up no ass. She don't have to rub your back. She don't have to cook for you. She don't have to keep the place nice. She doesn't have to do certain things. Now I don't see why a woman wouldn't want to do all of those things. Because what's the use in getting married if you don't want to do anything for a motherfucker? But okay, men that I know have feared that. Yeah, men that I know that have feared marriage have feared that their woman was going to flip the script on them like that. And not only that, but if he tried to get out of the marriage, then she was going to take all of the things that he worked for. So in his 9 to 5 or in his business or whatever, he was going to sacrifice half of his salary, half of his earnings, half of his savings, half of his estate and all of that. And it's true. But most men that I know that have feared that their woman would flip the script were men that feared that their woman would be so ruthless that they would not care what a man has done for them up until that divorce point. They've done all of this just to take all of the chips with them when they get divorced. And unfortunately, some men have been right about it. Unfortunately. Now, the men who haven't feared getting married seem to be the type of men who do not give a shit about their material things and whether they get to keep them or whether they get to whether they have to give them up. So there's a different philosophy of life. There's a different philosophy of love. There's a different philosophy of marriage. Now, as far as polygamy is concerned and polyamory is concerned, in order for that to work, all parties have to be on the same page. In many ways, emotionally, polygamy and polyamory are way stronger than monogamy. Way stronger. Because in monogamy, it's hard to get on the same page with just two people, you and somebody else. And y'all might find it almost impossible to get on the same page. Now imagine bringing a third party into it, a fourth party into it, where y'all divvying up kids, y'all divvying up work routines, y'all divvying up sex, y'all divvying up love, affection, and all of that shit.
It takes the load off of just one person, one individual. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like for me, I believe like I need a lot of love. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. I give out a lot of love. I give people a lot of love. But, you know, just with anything else that you give out, you have to replenish it. You have to, you know what I'm saying, make sure that it's enough for the next go around. So with that being said, I give out a lot of love. So with that being said, I need a lot of love poured into me. And I don't think that just one female can give me as much love and attention that I need. And I don't want to put all that on one person. Like, I feel like that's what I've been doing. All the relationships I've been in, I've been putting all my load onto one woman, and they eventually break. Because I know I'm a good guy, you know what I'm saying? It just I come with a lot of shit, and I just think it's gonna take more than one woman to really just love me correctly.
Well, the thing is, what you have to take into consideration is that the two women or the three women that are involved, they have to be on the same page with each other. The hell with you. They have to, getting two women to be on the same page and same wavelength when it comes to one man, that's the tricky part. So the parties that are involved have to really be solid. They have to be solid way more.
Stacey don't like this one.
I mean, look, that shit ain't for everybody. It ain't for everybody. But for the people that it's for, you never hear them bitching and complain about it. Now, I've known married couples up the wazoo who did nothing but bitch and complain, calling each other the ball and chain, bitching and complain, calling each other the ball and the chain. But you don't hear no polyamorous or polygamous relationship people talking about that shit. Now, you ain't gonna tell me that they are in this unconventional type of situation and they feel the need to hide that there are problems in it because they don't have to submit to that shit. But in order for that shit to work, they have to submit to each other. I gotta get on about it here, my brother. Gotta go. All right.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you for having me up, brother.
Yo, man, it's been a pleasure. It always is. I look forward to talking to you the next time. Peace to you. All right. All right, y'all. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious January 27th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special, because they are special, because they are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They get number one out the box, Tiffany Lynette. Happy birthday to you, Tiffany. And also Patricia Minister Spates, turning 68 years old today. And Autry Chambliss, happy birthday to you. And Rashawn Gross, happy birthday to you. And Buford C. Baptista, happy birthday to you. And last but not least, Gypsy Cherry. I want to say happy birthday to all of you. And anyone else out there who shares this birthday on this glorious January 27th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on and do the damn, to rock out. Rock on and do the damn, rock out. Rock on and do the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind, and anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, man, listen, the stuff that you work for, the things that you purchase, the stuff that you buy, more than likely it means something to you. It meant something to you when you saw it in the store, when it was gifted to you, or when you acquired it or inherited it, or whatever the case may be. And it's not always an easy situation to walk away from that stuff that has such sentimental value, heirloom qualities to it, and memories that can't be replenished or duplicated in any type of way. But sometimes it gets to the point where none of that shit really matters, and you just got to go ahead and make a move and move on. And maybe sometimes this is the only way to move on, is to just go ahead and let them have it. My heart is bigger than this car, than this house, than these jewels, than these clothes, than this stuff. So if this is the stuff that's going to make you feel better about our disunion, but then you go ahead and take it. I got it before and I'll get it again. You can have all that shit. You keep it, my friend. Maybe one day me and you can get it back together. We can get it back popping. But for right now, I'm not going to allow this to keep us from separating. in a healthy way. So you go ahead. Listen, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed listening to this show as much as I enjoyed broadcasting it. Thanks for my man coming through. I appreciate him always and each and every time. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure that y'all share the show. Make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all. Love y'all right back to life. I'm going to get you on up out of here. So my blog talk, cause I'ma get back. Peace, yo. And for my Instagrammers, yo, Fire Slammer Jammer, thanks for coming
Thank
on
you for
through and let
using
me
Blog Talk
exercise my
Radio.
grammar.
Goodbye.
And for my YouTubers, you know just how we do is Throwback Thursday. See y'all on the other side, my boobers. All right, so yeah, I mean, y'all be all right. Be easy, baby. Be easy.